The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Diego Castro, bringing you the biggest headlines from around the world. Argentina's ruling Peronist coalition smashed expectations to lead the country's general election on Sunday. This set the stage for a polarized runoff vote next month between Economy Minister Sergio Massa and far-right libertarian radical Javier Milei. Massa had almost 37% of the vote, ahead of Milei just over 30%. While Massa failed to secure the outright win, he defied pre-election polls that predicted a libertarian win. The surprise Peronist victory sets up a rematch on November 19 between two polar opposite economic models in the embattled country. Former U.S. President Trump signs up for the New Hampshire presidential primary. Trump is the first person who has served as president to file the paperwork in person more than once. Trump was also surrounded by security during his visit. Trump won both the 2016 and 2020 Republican primaries in New Hampshire, but lost the state in both general elections.
I'll say a simple message. Vote for Trump and solve your problems. That's the only way. That way you get to a lot of messages. Vote for Trump and solve your problems.
Criminal groups torched at least 35 buses in Rio de Janeiro after police killed one of their leaders. The attacks on buses were concentrated in the west of the city, where rival criminal groups are fighting for territorial control. This after a police operation killed the nephew of the leader of the state's so-called largest militia. Industry group Rio Onibus says 20 of the charged vehicles were city buses. 5 were part of the city's rapid transit fleet, and the rest were chartered or tourism buses. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now World. I'm Diego Castro. Humanitarian aid has been allowed to enter Gaza, but Filipinos and other foreign nationals remain stuck at Rafah border awaiting permission to cross. Many families at the border between Gaza and Egypt have been stranded there for the past week or so. Trucks carrying food, water, and medicine supplies have been allowed to enter for a limited time over the weekend. But as for foreign nationals and Palestinians with dual nationality, the gates remain closed, pending results of high-level talks between Egypt and Israel. Hamas officials say at least 70 people in Gaza were killed in the latest Israeli strike since Sunday. The Hamas-controlled government media said that more than 60 were, quote, martyred in the Israeli raids during the night, while at least 10 others were killed in new strikes early Monday. The Israeli military said it had hit over 320 military targets in the Gaza Strip within 24 hours. Israel has pummeled Hamas-controlled Palestinian territory with airstrikes. The bombing campaign has killed more than 4,650 Palestinians, including nearly 1,900 children, according to Gaza's health ministry. The rising death toll in Gaza has forced Palestinian families to hold mass funerals for their loved ones. At least 33 bodies were seen buried in one mass grave in a courtyard of a hospital in central Gaza. More in this report by the Associated Press.
جواد اجيب الحواجر معهم هان كله هات يا عم حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل وبين يوم بين ساعة
ולאתה דומיה לזכרם של נרצחי קיבוץ בארי. עכשיו תפילה ותקווה למידע על העיירה איוס וליאל.
The last 2 weeks have been filled with unimaginable thoughts, worries, fear, and sadness that can't be put into words. It's been more than our souls can contain. How can we be laying you to rest? None of this makes any sense, and it's too much to process.
And those are the top world headlines of the hour. Join us again at 9:45 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Diego Castro. We are One News, all sides, all the time.